Well, hello, pickers and sheep punchers. This is JuryDutySummons, and welcome back to Jerry's Junkyard. I'll give you an episode number, but I don't think you care. 8, I guess? I don't know. Well, anyway, I've made the decision, based on some advice I've gotten, that I need to go into some Tinker's Construct. So I built this monstrosity. I won't go over how this is built, because it's, well, it's already done and I don't want to redo it. But it's not, this piece isn't that hard. It's just 3x3 of the seared bricks on the bottom, and then some of the controllers on the bottom layer outside of the 3x3, and then seared bricks wherever you don't have an interactive portion. And then you can keep extending this up for more space inside the machine. So right now I have 2 layers. Later on I might go more, just so I have, more smelting. Anyway, you also need a tank. This is where you input fuel, in this case lava. So you just do like that, ta-da, and that runs the thing. So you need a steady stream of lava, but it doesn't use too much. It's not that bad. I don't know how it compares to other smelting, but it might be equivalent somewhere in there. You need a smelter controller. This is where you access the interface in order to add ore and whatnot. Then you need a smeltery drain, which is that block, and then the faucet block, which is that. And then you need a casting table, or multiple casting tables like I have here. I'm going to add more, I think, eventually. I might add like the advanced casting table right there. I don't know. I'll figure it out. These stone bricks are unnecessary, but I figured it kind of makes it look a little nicer, so I left it like that. And then I have more with casting basins. These will turn your ore into blocks, so it's just a good way to bring out more ore at a time. And I have 2 of those, and I may add a 3rd at some point if I figure 2 is not quick enough. And these are all automatable, so you can put a timer on there, and it will automatically sit there and pump out blocks, and you can put another thing over there to pull the blocks out. I think something as simple as there's a vanilla piece I think will do it automatically. I don't remember exactly though. What event? And then to support this, you're going to need a stencil table, a pattern chest, it's kind of optional but it's really handy, a part builder, and a tool station. So once you have those 4 pieces built, you'll also probably need a crafting station just for convenience, and then a couple of chests just to store everything in. So the way you get started is you're going to need a few of these blank patterns, and those are made with sticks and wood, I believe, which I don't have any handy, so I can't show you the recipe though. Let's see what it was. Blank pattern. There we go. So yeah, a pair of planks and a pair of sticks. The type doesn't matter, and you get 4 per. I made a whole bunch and used most of them. Those are going to be required as well for some of these as well. I think all these different pieces require one, but they're pretty cheap, so that's fine. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take your pattern here, and I want to build an axe. So let's get, I think that's it right there. Axe head pattern, yep. And then you pick it up, and there you go. Now you have a pattern for an axe head. Cool. Well, we can't quite take it here yet. I believe we need to go into, yeah, I think it is here actually. And we're going to need some stone to go with this. Some stone to go. Alright, I'm going to get some stone. So what we're doing is we're making the very first piece of this out of stone. That way we can then make a mold and pour metal into the mold. So we need something non-flammable essentially. I don't know if it's actually that smart, but it does. This tells you a little bit about it, the base durability. It's going to decrease the overall durability a little bit. Its mining speed is slow, iron, etc. All that good stuff. But anyway, you take that pattern, you take one of the material, and it creates an axe head for you. Ta-da! And we'll put this over here since we're done with it. See, the pattern chest is right next to it, so it interacts with that. So that's always good. And we'll take that new axe head. Well, we're going to need something first. Let's see. Do I have any? For sure I had some. For sure I had more than just 2. What the heck? Oh, there they are. I'm not going to need much, so I'll just take out one here. So I'll put this in there. This is brass aluminum. So I just created this by mixing aluminum and brass together. So I think it's like 3 aluminum to 1 brass, something along those lines. And you get this alloyed material back out. And you can turn these into bars the same way I'm about to make this axe head. But yeah, it's the same process. I won't do another one just to save some materials here. And come on, it's almost done. And done. So there you go. Right down to that line means we have 1 ingot left. You can see how many this will hold. This is to the middle level. This is to the next level. So we can hold quite a bit. Right now we got 1, which is exactly what we need. So then you take your stone axe head, you plop it down in there, you click on your faucet, and it pours around it. And then it gets the color. Boom. We now have a pattern. There we go. So now, if you pour something into the pattern, which we don't have any metal in there right now, but if you pour something into the pattern, it will then create that piece. So I've gone through and created most of the patterns we're going to need. I want a tough stone cast here. Sorry, tough rod cast. And I want to say that axes also use... Oh, just a regular tool rod, and that's a tool rod. Okay. So we'll do this one first. Tough. Okay, I think that's everything we need. And the resolution's all messed up on this, so it's not showing things properly. That's alright though. We're gonna make some alloy here, something interesting here. So we got aluminum brass ingots. We got obsidian ingot, and we have iron ingots. So we're going to let those all melt. If all goes well, we should get some alumite. There's a even chance I just screwed that up, but confirm that while it's saying it, while it's melting. Yep, so obsidian ingot, 1 block of obsidian. Oh, I might have messed that up. I did mess that up. Whoops. I didn't put enough aluminum in there. Because it's 2 iron and 5 aluminum. Oh shoot, it's just aluminum. I don't even want aluminum brass. Man. Well, let's go get some aluminum. I'm pretty sure I have some. Maybe even in here. As you can see, I've moved over some of this equipment. Well, I think I know where I can get. Alright, well, I found my aluminum, at least a little bit of it. I got it in there. It's melting. Now I kind of want to get this aluminum brass out, so there's 5 ingots worth. We can do that real quick. Get my 2 ingot patterns. As you can see, I've already made something here, a pickaxe. But I need lots of tools, so did that to essentially learn the process. Whoops, come on, don't switch on me. There we go. But that'll work just fine. So 1, 2. And there we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got molten aluminum, molten obsidian, molten iron, and then we got some, oh, cool. We got a little bit of molten, what am I out of here? I think I need more obsidian, which I believe I have here. Just throw a bunch in there. I mean, if I make extra of this stuff, it's not a big deal. So I got plenty of aluminum. Just needs a little bit more obsidian, I think. That's the big deal. Yeah, why not? Let's throw some more in there. Just wasting fuel, that's all. That's going to take a time. Let's throw a little bit more fuel in there. There we go. Excellent. You can see I've gathered a bunch of lava just to have it around. Just a quick trip to the nether to pick it up. Alright, well that's taking its time. Alright, we're about done. Boom! A little obsidian left. Quite a bit of molten aluminum left. Some iron. And then we have 7 ingots worth of alumite. Nice. Very cool. That's what we're looking for. Alright, so here we go. We'll do that. We'll do that. And I believe... Oop. Cool. Alumite. And then axe head. Okay, so we're going to go to the tool station. We are building a hatchet. So we got that there. Not there. Bam! Ooh, we have a hatchet. What's that say here? Modifiers remaining? So this is the other thing we want to do. We actually want to look at some modifiers. So I'd like it to go fast. So I'm going to bring some redstone in. And then I would like it to do self-repair. So we'll bring that in. It's kind of a little awkward how this works. So that's that. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do this one first. So moss, that means it will, well, it'll self-repair, which is very, very helpful. So while you're standing around, it's actually repairing itself. So there we go, and you can see how it's now on the piece. Let's try this. Redstone will do... Yeah, redstone's going to increase the mining speed. So you only do it so much. I think I just completed all of it. Oh. So to haste, you see it shows 45 out of 50. So we need actually a few just basic redstone. There's got to be a slightly quicker way to do this. I imagine there is. And there we go. We now have a auto-repairing hasteful alumite hatchet. So I have something very similar with my pick. I did something a little different. I used a, you can actually bring it up on here, I guess, and show you. On this one, I added moss for the auto repair, lapis for fortune. So this now has fortune, equivalent to fortune 3, I want to say. And redstone. It now blows through stuff really fast. Mining speed is 14. And since I use steel, which I happened to find a little bit in a village, 1 block, it gives me a really good mining level. So that was cobalt as well. Cobalt, yeah, cobalt's pretty high. If there are any trees that are made of cobalt, then I could show you. So I've set this up to show you the speed of this. This is a little faster than the axe will be, but it's pretty close. So very fast. And you can see right there the, let's see. It has reinforced, so we just, I don't know, pick down 15 stone blocks or something like that, and it only took 9 durability damage, and that will get repaired. Right there, there we go. Saw one come back. So effective durability 2100. So it's quite decent. Let's see on this one here. Durability 909, effective durability 1000. So this is going to be pretty good as well. Let me see if I can find a tree for us to test that out on. Ooh, it's dark out. Let's fix that. Alright, here I am in a greatwood tree. Let's test it on the greatwood tree. Greatwood is awesome. Oh man, look at that. I don't know what the exact speed equivalent to diamond is, but it's pretty close to that. Huh. I love it. That's awesome. Greatwood is always super useful. So, I will come back to this tree later, probably finish it off, but you guys don't want to watch that. So, one more thing I wanted to do. One more thing I wanted to make from this mod in this video. So we're going to move the molten iron down to the bottom, so it's going to be what pours out. So you can have multiple metals in there, and as long as they don't alloy, you're fine. But you do risk there. You do run that risk. So anyway, we need to put that in somewhere. Let's do that. Yep, it's an iron, so that's filling up. Oh, nice. And we're getting the next piece. Oh, come on. Finish already. There we go. Okay, so I believe this is how it works. I need one of these and one of those. Right here and right here. And there we go. Knapsack. I am not 100% sure how it works, but do I wear it? Maybe I wear it. Wait, there we go. Haha. Neat. I can now do things with that. I now have a little extra inventory. That's cool. So there we go, folks. That is the very beginnings of Tinker's Construct. I'm going to be doing some other stuff. I do have some of the advanced ores, like cobalt and this Arrow.Inc ore. And I do have some slime crystals. So I do have the opportunity to make some really neat stuff here. I just don't. I want to advance in the tech a little bit before I use that up. I just don't have very much. And I'm also out of almost out of lapis. I used something like 450 on the pickaxe. Totally worth it, by the way. However, it's pretty scary. It's just a ton of it. I'll have to get some. I mean, I just need some more. Some more lapis lazuli. I just use all of it on this project. Lapis seems to be almost as rare as anything out there, you know. But this steel pick should make it, because it has fortune on it, so I should be able to get a lot more if I do some more branch mining with the turtles. Alright, if you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know. I will be showcasing. I had some people come on and help out, and when some projects are finished, I'll be showcasing some of those. So look forward to that. That's going to be really cool. There's some really neat work going on, but I don't want to show it halfway. So that's why I cut a few times in different places. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.